All right, and then the next aspect would be in season. So a few fallacies I think of coaching is, I already said one, they never see the sticks. Players never see the sticks. All right, and then number two, if they watch film without guidance, they're probably not going to get much out of it. All right, so what we've tried to do is we've tried to make a Sunday through Friday routine for them of how to watch film by position. All right, so what I'm saying here, like this was 2020, just looking at it because it says we're playing UTSA, so that was before the bowl game. But Sunday, what do I want you to do? Like right here, I want you to watch UTSA's 2 previous games, right, in their entirety. Just get a feel for them, right? Look at the players, look at what they're running, whatever it may be. Have an understanding of who we're about to go against, all right? And then we have a study sheet that they pick up on Sunday because Sunday is our day. Monday's our off day. So they pick up a study sheet that's got questions. How do the receivers align? What foot do they have up? What foot do they have up when they motion, right? What do the splits tell you? What is the quarterback's mannerisms? What's the quarterback indicator for disguises? Whatever. I want them to have this punch list that they watch on their own on Sunday, and then they kind of come back and report back and have their own opinion, right? And then, I always have something specific. We all coach defense, so there's always something that gives you anxiety on Sunday. So that week it was dirty clusters. So like a dirty cluster is like 3 on the ball and they're all tight, right? Not a pretty one. So I would have made a cut up for them, and they get an 8-box when they pick up their packet, and I make them draw those cluster concepts, right? Because I want them to be able to see and feel those routes in the game, all right? So that's their task for Sunday. Then Monday, I'm going to have a top target cut up by position, all right? So, their left outside receiver, all their targets cut up, right? Slot receiver, all their targets cut up. Tight end, all their targets cut up. I want them to watch that. Base passes, so first and second down passing game on Monday, because Tuesday, that's what we're going to work in practice, all right? So I want them to have watched it, thought about it. I really want them to come in and say, hey, Coach, how are we matching wave pass this week? They run it a lot, you know what I mean? That's great if they can do that, all right? Third down passes, this is a bowl game, so this is a little accelerated. Usually we would do third down on Tuesday. This probably wasn't the best one to pull, but third down would be Tuesday. Checks and adjustment cut up, though, that's always on Monday. So that'd be all. I want them to see, I call it Noah's Ark, 2 of each. So 2 of everything that they do that requires a little thinking. So 2 X-overs, 2 no-backs, 2 motion to no-backs, if that's what they do. Whatever it may be, FIB, 2 of each, all right? Because I want them to have seen before we practice all the stuff that they do that they got to be ready for in the secondary, right? So very quick for them. And then I think they stacked a bunch, obviously, so there's a stack cut up. All right, so that makes sense. Then Tuesday, we're looking at split study, we're looking at a motion cut up, and then like I said, Tuesday night is usually when I have them watch third down because we work third down on Wednesday. So I want them to have watched all their third down route concepts on Tuesday night to be ready for Wednesday. Wednesday night, I have them watch red zone passes, gold zone passes, 2-minute and 2-point plays. And again, these are cut-ups we make for them. All right, so, attention span not very long. You got to be careful for how much you put in there. All right, but they should come in Thursday, which is our red zone, gold zone, 2-minute, 2-point play day, and be ready to go. All right, so this guide kind of directs them how to watch film throughout the week. Thursday we do signal callers. We'll assign, the free safety studying the quarterback. I want you to give a 2-minute talk about the quarterback's mannerisms, what's his progression, whatever it may be, right? So we'll present those. I want them to review third down pass, and then we watch backed up pass Thursday night. And then Friday, just like everybody, we do test tips and reminders, right? So we pass that sheet out every Sunday. Like you see, it could change based on who you're playing, based on the length of the week, whatever it may be, but gives them direction for how to watch film, right? And then going back to what I said in the summer, we're trying to teach them how to watch film in those packets, right, in those study sheets so that they're ready to do this, you know what I mean?